How's it going, guys? My name is Tavarish, and today I get obsessed with my cheap Lamborghini. So if you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like it. And if you like it as much as I do, consider subscribing. Make sure to hit that notification bell. This, if you guys didn't know, is my 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo Spider, and it has gone through quite a transformation since I've got it. I got it fire damaged and non-running, and now it runs pretty good, and the paint is just, oh, it's so minty smooth. But today I'm gonna make sure that that paint job stays as good as it can, because we are gonna be ceramic coating this car. Now, if you guys hear, yeah, you can hear that right there. I have my roof being worked on right now. I'm getting a new roof on my house, so I do apologize for any noise. And also I have my AC on because it's Florida and it's hot. So this is the reality of sort of working in your garage, especially when you're working on a car like this and you don't want to go outside where there's potentially nails and stuff raining on you. So yeah, sorry about that, but there's nothing I can do. So some of you might not know what ceramic coating is, so here's a little bit of a crash course. Ceramic coating is silicon dioxide. It's essentially glass. And what it does is it bonds with the paint. Well, if the paint is clean and free of any debris or any contaminants like we have here, well, like we're gonna have here. So what ceramic coating does is it gives your paint an extra layer of protection from UV, from bugs, from acid rain, from everything that happens outside, so your car is protected as close to 100% as possible. So when the guys at Avalon King sent me out their Armor Shield 9 to test out on my car, I wanted to put it to the test. This car is a pretty good candidate for testing because the paint job is new, but I have had it outside. It has seen some use because it was on an open trailer, and also the paint is not 100%. No paint is 100%. So now I want to unbox this, I want to show you what's in it, and then we can get on the car and we'll see what the final results are. All right, so here's what you get in your Armor Shield 9. It's actually a pretty cool box here. Opens up from the bottom, and you have box opens up like this. So we have a little card here, apply, smile, and enjoy. We will do that. Here is the product. This is 30 milliliters of the Armor Shield 9, and you can take that right out, put that to the side, because we're not gonna be using that right now, but what we will be using are the instructions, and the instructions are right here. We're gonna follow them pretty well, and you guys can follow along at home. I'm gonna be telling you what the instructions are, so we'll put that to the side as well. But back here we have the microfiber towels, and also we have some gloves, and we have an applicator pad. So this is the microfiber suede applicator, and there are a few of them in here, and again, all branded, and they look to be pretty good quality. So I'm gonna fold these up, make sure that they don't touch anything dirty, put everything back in the box so we can get all this stuff on the car and looking really good. But before we get to that, we have to get the car dialed in. And I happen to know somebody that can dial a car in pretty well. This is Matt Morman.
It says it on my hat.
It does say it on your hat. This is Matt Morman from Obsessed Garage. You might know him for his antics with a lot of detailing components to make the car look as good as possible. So
I like to make it as complicated as possible.
As complicated as possible.
I'm going to simplify this for you today and make it a little bit more palatable.
Right.
I asked you when you called me and said, hey, do we want to do this Obsessed Garage level, or what level do we want to go here?
Right.
So we're going to do it practical level, we'll call it.
Yeah. So even though this is a Lamborghini and it costs a lot of money, it still is a DIY thing, and I still want to do it on a budget. So we are going to be cleaning this car. We're going to be polishing this car, because before the step of ceramic coating, we have to make sure that this is as clean as possible, because we don't want to lock in any dirt. So we're just going to be using what I have in my garage.
Yeah, my car is full with all kinds of fancy stuff.
And I told you to keep that trunk closed. We don't need that. We don't need that right now.
The only reason I'm doing it is the garage is closed and the air conditioning's on, so I don't want to let out
You don't want to let all the stank out. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so right here, one of the things that we need to take care of is overspray. Now, anytime you have a car painted, there's gonna be some sort of overspray, depending on the job that it is. Also, there's gonna be some sanding marks and some swirl marks, again, depending on the body shop. But here, there are definitely some, and you can feel it. I mean, your hands could probably, yeah, there we go. you can hear that. There's a little bit of overspray and just kind of like scale, dirt, all that stuff, because this car was on a trailer.
Yeah, and overspray will usually sit on the like the hood. There was tons of overspray on it.
Yeah.
So like here, we don't tend to get as much sitting. Well, you'll get a little, the most here, a little bit here, and then the least on the on the vertical panel.
Right. So it kind of just settles. Whenever you spray a car, all the overspray just comes and settles. And how do we get this overspray off?
So a couple of ways you can do it. I brought with me, so I guess we're cheating. We did have to bring something fancy. But normally you'd use a clay bar, a little bar of clay.
Yeah.
You'd use some sort of greasy bottle, lubrication. This is a
greasy bottle.
this is a detail spray, and in this case, because I don't think you have a clay bar, at least I couldn't find one.
I do have a clay bar.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I was digging through.
I'm fancy. I'm fancy.
We better put away this fancy piece.
No, we can use that. That's fine.
This is called a nanoskin auto scrub, which is basically a piece of rubber attached to a foam block.
Okay.
The advantage of this fits our budget mindedness here, and this is only I think 12 or 13 bucks.
Yeah.
But the advantage of this over clay is that I can use this over and over and over and over. If I dropped it, I could go rinse it off.
Right.
But this will remove some of the overspray, and whatever we don't get with this, the polisher should remove.
Okay,
this.
sounds good. We have done a little bit of clay barring. I have a clay bar in my hand, and we have decontaminated everything on this one panel. So what Matt's doing now is what's called the baggie test. And what you do is you put your hand in a bag, and then you just touch it on the car.
So you guys can't really hear this very much, but I can feel it.
Yeah.
So you have to put your hand in here. Make sure you clean it off. Versus there. So put your hand in there and see if you can feel the difference. Let me grab the camera from you.
Oh yeah, you can grab the camera.
So see if you can feel the difference between the panel that we haven't touched.
Oh yeah, this feels a lot more rough. It's like really grainy, and this is a lot more smooth. There's a few little bumps that I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big difference.
We're gonna clean that up a little bit more when we polish. As well.
So the reason why we're doing a clay bar is because you want to take off all the contaminants. It doesn't actually make your car any more shiny or anything like that, but what it does is it frees it up from like a really big piece of sand and grit and all that stuff. So when you actually do polish it, it doesn't get into your pad and then create like really big scratches. So this is a really big preventative maintenance step, but it is absolutely necessary so we can get that final ceramic coat after we do all this stuff, and I can't wait. Okay, now it's time to do some polishing, and we have to take out some pads, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but I have a bunch of pads, and I'd like Matt to take a look at them. So this is Pad Mountain up here. This is Mount Pad, and you let me know what I should be looking for. Is there a specific...
Let's start with clean.
Okay, that might be a problem. Let's see. This one is
clean.
This one is kind of clean. Is that a good one? Is that a good pad?
I don't know. Let's see. We'll have to.
This is
just get me what you got, and then we'll.
Okay, so clean. Bam. Look at that. This has a little bit of schmutz on it, but it's okay. Clean. We'll call that clean. These are not clean. These small ones are clean, but I think they're too small for my machine. And oh, we got some.
This is the size we need this.
Okay, so Let's see. Maybe this.
Those are too big.
Those are too big. Too big.
You're hurting my my sensibility.
Look at that.
I literally have 100 yards away, not even 100, like 50 feet away. I've got like the most beautiful products in the world.
Matt, we got like 7 pads here. It's fine. It's just a little lint, okay? Don't
Keep them coming.
Okay. Fine. Oh, it's not that bad. I honestly
got 100 of them. Just keep them out here.
Okay, let's see. This one has writing on it. It says
Uber. These are from Detailer's Domain. These are good.
Okay.
But this is the wrong kind of pad, so we don't know that's not gonna.
Okay, so that's useless. Okay,
You
great.
can tell it's so soft. This won't do any cutting.
Okay, so this one, medium polish.
Yeah, it's a little. Oh boy, I don't think we can use that.
It's a little gacked, isn't it?
Little janky.
But Larry Casilla said I could use it.
Yeah.
I got that one.
Yeah. See, this is a. You can tell because he wrote some. This isn't a polishing pad. This would be for.
So the sealant, that's just a really it's just soft.
Yeah, the cell structure. You know, there's more air in between versus this. So it's just a different structure. This is much thicker and heavier. You can even see as my finger.
Sure.
Whereas this is just a softer pad.
Great.
So this is probably a little more aggressive than we want to do, or we might be stuck with this. This is what they call medium polishing.
I think there's another medium polish pad in there.
We probably want something in between if we can help it.
How about this one? That one's good, right? Is that okay?
What is that, undercoating on it?
I don't know. It might be paint. I don't know.
Polish on undercoating? Or did you use
I polished my roof with it. Are you proud?
I think I'm going to have to go outside and get some fancy stuff.
Fine.
Yeah. Can I bring the polisher in too? Or do we have to use the porter cable?
Let's do whatever. Let's do whatever you want to do.
Alright, let's use this. We can sell it.
Okay.
So we got a porter cable.
Okay. So this is my porter cable. That's my DA polisher.
I used one of these 19 years ago.
Okay.
So it's state of the art.
Yeah. Listen, you don't want to.
In fairness, this is a decent machine. 8mm orbit.
Mm-hmm.
Random orbit, so it moves this way and this way.
Yeah.
Right? So you
can't improve on perfection. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
You can improve them. Where we could run into problems is here if you ran the edge of the whatever you call the backing plate into something like this. One thing we could do is tape this off. We just need to be careful when we're running up the pad. Right. You don't want to push in and go like this and burn through the paint.
Gotcha.
But we have apparently one pad. Mm-hmm. You really, if you're going to do a whole car, we need like 6, 7, 8.
I have plenty of pads, dude. What's wrong with those pads?
The same pad.
Oh, okay.
This probably isn't exactly the right pad, but we're not going for perfection here. We're just showing you, let's clean it up a little bit and preparing for the coating.
Gotcha.
Because if we don't prepare it right, then the coating isn't going to bond properly. It doesn't matter what coating it is.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we get it ready to roll.
Okay.
So that's what this is going to do. So we're going to use Meguiar's M205.
And you can buy this at any AutoZone, any auto parts store. Nothing.
Usually, yeah. Or they'll have some other variant of it. But Meguiar's M205. This is a finishing polish. Yeah. So this won't cut very much. Yeah. So we're using a medium polishing pad and a finishing polish. It's not going to pull out everything. Mm-hmm. If it's a white car, we're going for just clean it up a little bit. Yep. This will do the job.
So a good little tip that Matt just told me was. Just put this on when you're priming the pad and not spilling it all over your garage, is that you want to kind of butter it on here. Just kind of like that. And this is just to get the material or the product into the pad, into the foam. And that should be fine. And then just kind of work it in with your hands. Now, if this gets me demonetized from YouTube, then sorry, but this is what you got to do. And then after that, then you can apply 2 small dots, and then you're ready to put it on your pan. All right, now that we got the car dialed in and it's smoother than it's ever been. This is really like an egg, or what's smooth?
Not an
not an egg. This is not an egg, this is smoother than an egg. We actually have to do another step, which is wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol. Now this is a derivation of isopropyl alcohol. This is a CarPro eraser, and it's actually, smells pretty nice. You don't want to drink it. This gets rid of all the contaminants that we might have left over from the polishing process, any oils left over, and that will give us a very good clean slate to put our ceramic coat on. And then we're going to do a test to see if the ceramic coat actually works. Actually, I wanted to take a little bit of time out and take a look at Matt's car. This thing is amazing. It's a 2016 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. And guys, I want this car. Well, not this car, this one's Matt's, but I want one like this. It sounded so awesome coming to my house, and it just, I love the white on black. I think this is gonna be what I end up doing with my Lambo, just a white on black. I love that theme. Take a look at these fender arches. Wow. This is to get air out of this area? I'm not sure. I really know not too much about this. This is the naturally aspirated one, right? Yeah. Naturally aspirated makes around 500 something horsepower. 4 liter and 500 horsepower. 4 liter, 6 cylinder, flat 6. And it just looks phenomenal. I think this is probably the best looking Porsche 911 ever made. So if you guys want to see me do one of these that's been in a crash or has been on fire, let me know in the comments below. But for now, let's get back to the action. So now that we got all the contaminants off the car with the isopropyl alcohol, now it's time to actually put the coat on. And there is a specific way to do it. Now here is the Armor Shield 9, and here's our little applicator pad. Now that's the applicator. There's a hard side and a soft side. You want to put the soft side up, and then you want to put this. This is a suede, micro suede type thing, and it's a little applicator cloth, and just put it over like so. You want to make sure that there's no lint or any dirt on it. There shouldn't be anyway, but just in case. So you want to open this up. And keep in mind, this is actually glass. It's like a liquid glass. And what you want to do is just want to dab it on there. Now, I have had a little bit on here before, so it is saturated just a bit. But in case you want to saturate it the first time, if this is a completely dry cloth, then what you want is just want to dab it on just to make sure that you have everything evenly spread. Now, I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and you want to just do a small smooth motions, just like you would with any polishing or anything like that. Let's say you want to do a panel. You want to split it up into smaller sections, maybe a 2x2. So from here, I'll go from here, and then we'll just go up and down. So I'm going to take this just flat across the side, and then we're just going to do like that. Then we're just going to go up and down. And what's gonna happen is this is gonna bond with the paint. And when it does, it's gonna create an extra barrier of, well, you don't want any water or anything getting on that paint and becoming hard. Now that that's done, now we let it flash off for about a minute. We're gonna wait till it flashes off. Then we're gonna use the microfiber towel that came in the kit, and we're just gonna buff it off. Now it is gonna be tacky. It's gonna be quite tacky, and it smells, it definitely smells. It doesn't smell bad. It smells kind of like Windex, kind of like ammonia, that sort of smell. Definitely a chemical smell. So after about a minute, we're gonna wipe this off, and then we should have the protection that we need for our very, very nice paint job. All right, now a minute has gone by, and I have my towel. Now it's important to try to not use the logo side of the towel, just because the logo is a little bit more harsh. So I'm gonna use the other side of the towel, and we're just going to wipe it off. And it's pretty tacky, but I'm gonna wipe that off, and should be nice and smooth. Now, there could be a situation where there are high spots, but if you're at this stage where you just put it on, it's okay, because you can just put on a little bit more product and that will reactivate it, and then you can do the whole process over again. But if you do put it on and you don't realize that you have high spots, Later on, you always could take a polisher or something and bring that back down, but we're not gonna get to that step because we're gonna do it right. It gives it a little more gloss. It gives it a glossy appearance. I can already see that there's a bit of reflection coming in, more reflection than I see on the uncoated section. So that's actually a pretty cool side effect. We're gonna have to do the whole car. We're gonna have to do everything that we just polished. And then we're gonna have to let it flash off for 24 hours. Then we're gonna do the hydrophobic test and see if the water beads off as well as I think it will. And then I will have a really shiny car that's protected against everything in Florida. Well, not everything in Florida. The bath salts people, that nobody can protect against them. Guys, look at how good this looks. I have never, ever had a car that looked as good as this in my garage. It's absolutely spotless. We have the gloss coming off of that ceramic coat, and you can see that's the light right there. It's like looking into a mirror. This is just insane. Insane. Take a look at the hood. You probably can't see much, but it's the same thing. You see a lot of gloss. And it's because of the polishing, the prep work that we did. It's because of the ceramic coat. I know that this is gonna be protected against all the elements, and I can't wait to see how well it is protected because this has to flash off after 24 hours. I'm gonna leave this here for about a day. Actually, you wanna leave it for about 48 hours to get its full effects, to make sure that it's not as tacky as it is now. It still is a little bit tacky, but I cannot stop drooling over this car. It looks pretty good. And I'd like to thank my friend Matt Mormon of Obsessed Garage. Go check him out, subscribe to his channel. He knows everything there is to know about detailing a car, cleaning a car. He knows his stuff. This guy, I would trust him with any car.
I'm sweaty.
It's
supposed to be October. It's snowing in Toronto.
It's hot in here. I'm sorry my little AC isn't doing much.
Without that, we'd be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, we'd be in trouble. So
car turned out great.
Yeah,
we did it with just basic products laying around in your garage.
Yeah, we definitely did it with just the basic tools that I had. I didn't have anything super fancy, just a regular DA polisher. We got everything out, and this is looking just amazing, guys. All right, so now I'm gonna wait 24 hours and then we're gonna test it out. All right, guys, it is a new day and we're about to test how hydrophobic the ceramic coat is. So I have my bottle of water here and I'm just going to douse this car. So guys, take a look at this. This water is beating up. Everything is just covered in these small water beads, and they're really easy to move. I mean, just a slight breeze will just get them out of the way. Another really cool thing is that if you try to squish this bead into the paint like that, it just beads right back up. That's so cool. So take a look at the part we haven't coated. The beads are a lot smaller, and they're already kind of working themselves into the paint. Yeah, this is not good, so I'm gonna have to definitely get a microfiber to wipe this off. You can tell the difference between this and that. These are nice, like, fat beads that could just roll off really easily. And this is gonna cause hard water stains. So I'm just gonna wipe this all off, and man, this looks really good. I can't I can't believe how good this turned out. So what this now means is that I don't care about love bug season, I don't care about acid rain, I don't care about anything really. I could just dust everything off with a nice drive or with a microfiber towel, and everything beads right off, and my car stays as clean as possible. Now, Avalon King says that this lasts for up to 3 years, so I will not need to do much maintenance at all. I mean, you do need to maintain it just like a regular car, but this is gonna give you that extra bit of protection. Now, to answer a few questions. I was asked why I didn't do a PPF, which is just like a 3M clear bra, that sort of thing on the car. Well, number one is price. Those can be very, very expensive. On a car like this, you'd probably be looking at like 5 grand to clear bra the whole car. So I didn't want to spend that kind of money, and I also wanted to do something that showed you how to do something like this on a budget and in a DIY setting. You can do this in a garage. This doesn't take all day. All you have to do is make sure that the paint is up to snuff. Just make sure that everything's polished and clean and ready and clay barred, and then you can put it on, and then you'll have really good protection for up to 3 years. The second question is, what am I doing with the back bumper? I am going to be putting that on. We're going to be putting on the rear fascia in an upcoming episode, and you're going to see how that looks. And then I'm gonna have it painted the color of the rest of the car, and then I'm gonna coat it just like the rest of the car because I want that to be protected as well. So if you guys wanna get some Armor Shield 9 ceramic coat for yourselves, you can find it in the link below. You can get 25 bucks off if you put Tavarish in the checkout. I'd like to thank Avalon King for supporting this channel and sponsoring this episode. I'd like to thank Obsessed Garage, Mr. Matt Mormon, for showing me how to dial in this car and helping me through the process. This is definitely a DIY thing with some regular hand tools and a very cheap set of detailing equipment. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in and checking out my little project back there. So if you'd like to contact me, you can do so at the social links down below. If you'd like to buy a shirt, this is obviously not one of my shirts. It's actually really, really nice. Reppin' Obsessed Garage today. Then you can do so at the Teespring link down below. Every single dollar from profit goes to charity. So that is that's a sort of good thing. And if you'd like to listen to me talk on my podcast, Car Guys Talk with Andrew Howell, then you can do so at the link below as well. But until next time, this is me telling you that on cars like this that now look more amazing than ever, you guys need to wrench every day.